ones. This time I'm looking at Fantasy Flight Games and Fantasy Flight Interactive, their digital wing, uh, their adaptation of the Lord of the Rings card game into the adventure card game. I've been taking a look at the last few weeks at the changes that have been going on in the first campaign, and there's been some pretty cool ones, especially within the realm of rewards. And I've had some really cool YouTube comments giving me some of the changes that I missed, including, for example, the fact that players no longer get uh, points at the end, Valor rewards based on remaining health. So I'm kind of glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. Although it is kind of fun to try to find some ways to squeeze out a little bit of extra healing towards the end. Anything you can kind of combo. Nothing really new on the news front. Talk a little bit about the news. The last week we had a pretty big announcement that August 8th, the game will be going out of early access and into full-fledged fun for everyone mode. Um, Hello, Joe. Welcome. So we've been kind of getting ready for that. It's really interesting. I'm not surprised that they're wanting to get to early to regular release mode, because then at that point, I think that it kind of proves everyone, hey, we got the framework down. I know a lot of people are getting antsy about major changes happening, and I think now it seems like the big thing is just going to be the big mystery is what's going to happen with expansions. How are they going to treat them like booster packs, where you just sort of buy new adventures with new heroes, things like that, kind of like the booster packs work in physical game, or what exactly is going to happen with the economics mode, what the Valor points are for. Because so far in early access, everything's been free. It's been really cool, and I think they've been using us as playtesters, of course, but there's been a lot of really cool stuff. There are a few things to buy, but there's also been a lot of really cool rewards. Oh, okay. So there are some card backs you can buy. I was just deciding to check on the store. Ooh, and you can even have Sauron have different player. Okay. And then obviously you can get some lore or some new emote lists. It's kind of interesting. Um, so there's a lot of really cool things that are going on. But yeah, it looks like there's some purchasable avatars, things like that you can get, which is pretty cool. There'll be some things to get some rewards with the Valor, and of course, as you can see, I need to spend my Valor. I don't really haven't been spending it on too much. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see. The only news that we had for this week was that as they get ready to release the next encounter set, um, oh, I guess it's the campaign, Witch King's Grasp. They're taking a look at some of the new cards. They took a look at Boromir. I'm glad to see one of my favorite characters come into play. He's got some pretty cool abilities. Seems like he'll be a really great tactics hero to try out. And Frodo, Spirit Hero, coming out, which would be really cool. Raziel, lore hero, Elven lore hero, and then Sam, leadership hero, which is pretty cool. So they kind of previewed some of those cards, which of course might change a little bit as they get released and play tested. So we'll go ahead and get into the campaign again. the So before I started previewing or reviewing this first campaign, I did take a look at the tutorial. So if you do purchase the game, it's definitely worthwhile to go through all the tutorial stages. I did see that one of the things that they want to work on is revamping the fourth quest, which is where you deck build. They want to make sure and show you all the little tidbits of information you need to be aware of to build a good deck, to be thinking about. So they are going to revamp that a little bit in the future. It'll be cool to take a look at that. But the tutorial does a really great job of walking you through actually playing the game at this point and showing you some really cool details throughout. Last time so I've taken a look at the first three quests, but last time I had a branching path on the trail quest. So I'm going to try to speed through this on narrative mode. I'm going to go a little bit easier on this one. I've already beaten it on adventure mode with my Spore Master deck, which is really doing very well. I really like how it's doing as a solo deck. I wasn't sure that it would be as great of a solo deck as it would be um, a co-op deck, is which I originally built it for. Um, but I'm really glad to see that it's working really well. I'm going to go ahead and go through the on the trail adventure one more time to take the second path that I didn't take.
After defeating a colony of Mirkwood spiders, you discover that the eight-legged abominations had been gathering slaves for a host of orcs. You believe Bilbo Baggins was taken south alongside other prisoners. Before deciding on your next course of action, you capture an unpleasant creature lurking about your camp. To your surprise, the creature appears to know the name Baggins. The creature already looks beaten and bruised, so you attempt to use kindness to extract information. However, after being fed both food and gentle words, the nasty thing remains thoroughly unhelpful. Before dawn, a more pressing problem arises. As dull grey seeps into the black edges of night, flying dark shapes begin to swoop under the branches above you. They rapidly multiply, and before long it's as if you've been caught inside a black whirlwind.
Alright, so...
A gift I will give you.
I do not fear either pain or death.
my heroes are Arwen, Eowyn, and Tom Took. And let's see. I would hold off on the Outrider since he's 2, but I don't have any other heroes at this point. Oh, but I've got the Handmaiden. But she's not going to be hugely helpful with much, so I think I'll keep most of my cards. I really have like the starting hands I've been getting. Very low costs on average. Makes it easy to just be happy with whatever they give me. Not have to rely on luck. Alright, so I gotta persuade Gollum. Now I believe, this is the hard part, I believe that Sauron gets less resources. At least that's how it used to be on narrative mode. Let's see if they have a... just taking a look. Narrative playstyle, okay. This playstyle emphasizes story, obviously. Single player narrative. During upkeep, you gain 3 resources and draw 2 cards, while Sauron gains 3 resources and a full hand. Completing a quest grants 1,000 fellowship. Okay. So it seems like we're even on, although he gets a full card hand. And then adventure normally, I think he gets 4 if I'm right. Yeah, Sauron gets 4 and draws a full hand. So really the only difference seems to be, although I may get less cards during upkeep, during adventure card mode, but he gets 1 more resource. Okay, so I'm going to get attacked by some bats, so let's have Tom block the first hit. Okay, so I'm not taking too much damage this first round, so before I start working with the big heroes of willpower, I think I'll bring out some allies and just take the hits. Because I definitely want to get... Ooh, I guess I want to get Starbruch on someone and Unexpected Courage. I love that Unexpected Courage... It seemed to me it used to cost 1, and now it's free. It's fantastic that it's... that it works... that it's free. So I think I'm going to get this set up for Eowyn, because she has a little bit more melee. Sometimes I'll be attacking creatures with her, so that means she could get a surge from that. A little bit more than Arwen. I don't really attack with Arwen unless I absolutely have no choice. So now we'll see what he's going to play. Okay, so this... Unfortunately, I can't attack this guy. And if I put... But if I put Arwen on guard, she'll be able to take the hit and kill him, and then she'll still have another action. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and have the Rovanian Outrider start this objective because he always has more willpower if he starts it. Okay, raising threat, which is great that I do have 2 cards in the wings that will lower threat, so I can heal my characters, which I may need. I can give characters extra attack. Okay, I think I'll have Arwen add to Fate. Okay, so he just attached extra health. So that's not bad. So I think what Ewan could do is finish off
I do not fear
finish off the bats, which will give her an extra round. Sarn's passing. He's got 1 energy left. So I'm going to go ahead and go for giving a little bit more fate. Now there's no orc minions, so I want to save that. I'm sure that'll come into play later. +1 to every character does not affect Smeagol. So I'm going to go ahead and give +1 attack to everyone. Alright, new round. Okay, so she gets to heal someone. Everybody's missing 1 hit point, I think, yeah. So I'm going to have Ewan heal because I may have her block the second hit that comes out, because Tom's going to block the first one. Okay. Gandalf just came out in my hand. I can get some more healing in, but I'm not doing too badly. Might work on getting this threat reduced so I don't deal the damage to all my characters. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and have Ewan block. Now, if I do that, then her hit is going to... It would kill the bats, but that would be her only action because... ready after defeating an enemy. I wonder if that counts as defeating an enemy. I don't want to risk it, but I wonder if it counts as defeating an enemy if you're guarding. Somehow I doubt it. So I'll have Arwen guard. Okay. So she's got 2 hits on her now. Bring out the caregiver because he's a little bit of a good blocker as well. I think we'll go ahead and do that. We've got some breathing room with the threat, so I'm not as worried about that right now.
How may I serve?
Alright, got some more attachments for this big guy. He's going to be doing a lot of damage, but if Tom emasculates him every round, he should be pretty easy. So I don't really need any other fate events right now. Okay, so Ewan needs to go so that she can surge. Yeah, we've got a new guy. I'll have the caregiver block. And unfortunately, when I block with a 0 melee guy, it does nothing except take hits for me. I'm trying to decide.
Enemies gather in the east.
Alright. Okay. I was wondering what else he was going to play, so I didn't want to do any powerful moves yet. Reduce card draw by 1 for each player. Okay. That's not too bad of a hazard, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it, because I'm hoping that we still get bonus points for hazards at the end. We'll go ahead and take out this extra spider, so that hopefully he won't really do any damage unless he brings out new guys. Do I want to reduce threat? Let's get out another hero or ally. Okay, so she gets to do something. She's got 2 hit point or 2 willpower. I'll go ahead and work on the objective.
Clear as the water of my lady's well.
Convincing old Gollum to trust me. Alright. I'll heal the caregiver. Hopefully he can last at least one more round, if not longer. Ooh, got some more threat reduction. And another unexpected courage. So Tom needs to activate first to block this big hit. Now I just have to worry for anything else new that he might play. I really don't know if there's anyone I want to play unexpected courage on. But I am going to go ahead and reduce threat. Just to see what he's going to play. Okay, he's got another hazard. That'll be easily taken care of. I'll go ahead and have Arwen do that.
A gift I will give you.
Okay, so he's got a lot of attachments on this guy that are going to make him an effective killer. Or make me want to have to kill him. Alright, so I will have Eowyn attack.
I do not fear either pain or death.
Oh. Man, now he's got block. So I need 2 hits to kill him. I guess I'll do that with the rider.
Enemies gather in the east.
Okay, that brings in those bats, which get to attack. That's alright. I've got pretty good healing going on, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll be traveling this round. So I'm going to go ahead and have these characters add fate. Sauron passes. I don't really need to use this healing yet, because it also reduces willpower, so I really don't want to use that yet. I'll go ahead and reduce threat even more. I'm going to save unexpected courage for maybe a different ally
Mine is the choice
later on.
of Luthien.
Kindness and forgiveness, masters.
The creature gurgles and prostrates before you.
Masters looking for bargains? Orcs go to hill
Excuse
of
me.
haunted stones with slaves. Orcs take bargains too, precious. But Smeagol knows trailing woods. Find orcs and bargains. We can follow Smeagol to find bargains.
Should you follow the trail of the orc caravan, or will you trust this strange creature Smeagol?
So this is where the path branched last time. So I need to travel. and I followed the caravan last time, and Smeagol ended up showing up, or Gollum ended up showing up later on anyway. But now I've got Smeagol's. I could get him to, or I could trust him. We'll take this path this time. See what's
You
different.
decide trusting Smeagol is worth the risk. If the creature knows a way to get ahead of the caravan, you'll have a significant advantage in rescuing Bilbo from the orcs. As you follow Smeagol through the thick vegetation, the terrain begins to dip. Before long, the air is laced with mist and the soil grows spongy. You're being led into a swamp.
Swampses. Yes. Cool, nice swampses.
Smeagol explains.
With foxes, fishes, and snakes as precious. Tasty.
He pauses to crane his neck and sniff the air.
Smeagol looks to find right spot, masters. Safe way through mist and bogs is. Orcses and waggonses must go around, you see. No tasty frogses for orcses.
Smeagol continues to sniff around the area, looking for some landmark, some sign that he's on the right trail. He suddenly smells something unexpected. The thickets begin to rustle. The air begins to hum, and unkind things emerge.
Alright, so I have him as a party member now. Gotta follow him as he finds a way through the marsh. He has to survive. Okay, I get to heal someone. I think I'll heal the healer so he can take another hit. Man, I've got Star Brooch, which might be good on Tom, because he could conceivably do his power twice, I'm thinking. But maybe there's something about not being able to use a power twice in a round. For some reason, I'm not remembering ever being able to do two in one round. Okay, so still no orc, so no reason to build up fate, really. I could use the healing, but there's a location specific I definitely need to use, which is apply 1 progress to finding... Smeagol's going to find my way, but it's going to take him 3 rounds to do that. That's why there's an hourglass symbol here instead of the willpower diamond. That's because it's just going to be a waiting game, not... I have to wait 3 rounds. I can't progress. Which is tough because I've got a heavy willpower party. So we'll start off with Tom as usual. He'll block the big hit. And now we just gotta block 2 damage. Maybe I'll do that so I could get my minstrel back in. Have her guard. It's pretty cruel, but
How may I serve?
activates Eowyn and then lets me get the minstrel in to start some healing. Go ahead and bring her in.
May I offer a song to ease your
I know
troubles?
Sauron gets to attack, but it's just 1 damage. And now anything I kill from this point on will trigger a heal. And we definitely need to do that this first round. We've got 2 resources. I still don't see anything I want to apply unexpected courage to. Although I could switch Eowyn's Star Brooch, but she's a pretty effective killer at this point. As a matter of fact, I may have her take
Do
out
what
this
you
heavy
will,
hitter.
but I will hinder it if I may.
So the healing activates, and now I can have my caregiver. Yep, that's what I thought. He bring out another big guy. So we'll have the... Thankfully, I healed my caregiver because now he can stay alive at least 1 more round. We'll see what Sauron's going to play next, but we'll start hitting things because there's nothing else to do. Actually, he can take out this big
Enemies
guy
gather in the
just
east.
by himself. Which gives us another heal. Get the caregiver back. He's like, let me die, please. Okay, powers are not able to do twice. Yeah, yeah, it is true that just being able to do something else with Tom. I mean, he's got 2 willpower. He's got 2 attack. It's not too bad. So it might be a good idea to put Starbreach on him, especially for next round. I don't really have anything else to spend it on right now anyway, so. Alright, so we'll give him the Starbreach. Oh, what can Smeagol do? Oh, he's got this random power. So at the end of every round, I take an extra threat if I don't use his power. And the power itself has a random effect, so let's go ahead and just get that over with. When does that happen? Oh, I think I lost a resource. That's not fun. Because I would have had 1 carry over. So the Starbreach was 1, yeah, so. Well, Gandalf is a lot further away, but I do want to wait till I have Narya. Alright, so nothing to do but attack. We'll have Arwen start off.
I will give you.
And then Eowyn
I
finish.
do not fear either pain or death.
That starts another heal chain. And then we'll just kind of get started with the
Mine
next
is
spider.
choice of Luthien.
This will give a good setup to Eowyn for next round to keep her unexhausted and do another heal. We'll go ahead and apply a progress. So now we only have to wait 2 more rounds. And I guess I'll just have her apply fate, because there's nothing else to do. Oh, just 1 more round now. Alright, I'm going to heal him back up to max, just in case he brings out another adder. Okay, so Tom will use his power. Huh. So powers completely exhaust the character too, even though I put a Starbreach on him. That's kind of annoying. So I think I might have done this before. So I kind of wasted that Starbreach by putting it on Tom. He's going to always be blocking. So just remember, word of advice, if you have a power, not only can you not use it twice with Stalwart, but if you put a Starbreach on that character that you normally use powers with all the time, then unfortunately you're not going to get to use that Starbreach. I'm going to go ahead and use Smeagol's power. Okay, so that hit him that time. It didn't really do anything to him. I'm not really sure what... It'd be nice if they told you what Smeagol's power did. They should show you the effect of it, because it's kind of annoying not really knowing what's going on. Okay, so we got some Hummer Horns to deal with. I'll have Eowyn block because she'll take a little damage, but she'll kill and... Oh, okay, good. So I just tested my theory. I didn't want to, but... So if you have unexpected courage and you block, it does exhaust you, but if something attacks you and you kill it, then it will untap you. So that works whether you are attacking or defending. Good to know. And my healer activated. I'm going to go ahead and help Eowyn out. Okay. So there really is literally nothing for me to do, but I'm going to go ahead and play Mithrander's Advice to get 2 cards. Maybe one of them will be... Okay. I don't need to heal. Nobody else needs unexpected courage. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the next, prepare a event canceller. And then I think I'm just applying fate.
Enemies gather in the east.
We'll heal Eowyn up in case she has to do some defending again, now that we know that is very effective. Now we've got our fate built back up. Oh, she can do that again. Alright, and Eowyn. So as you can see, easy mode is very easy. Once you've got a good handle on your deck, you're not going to have a hard time with easy mode. So I can travel, but unfortunately, the counter was for the number of rounds, but it opens at the end of this round. So I guess I could travel right now. My fate is full, so there's really nothing keeping me here. Let's go ahead and do it.
For hours you wade along precarious and narrow strips of land. Soft ground sucking at your boots, while Smeagol encourages you onwards. You glimpse a tall shape above the fog some distance ahead. Could this be Smeagol's Hill of Haunted Stones?
No, no, precious. Not cold hill, not black stones, not Smeagol's.
He croaks, bobbing his head at your foolishness.
Haunted hill, further south. Smeagol, not go there. Oh, oh.
He sniffs around the edges of a nearby pool, adding,
Old tower of tall men, that is. Rotten and broken. Oxes and wagons and baggles rest there tonight.
Without warning, he darts headfirst into the pool with a splash, emerging with a wriggling carp between his teeth. He slithers back to dry land and begins to eat it with glee. Suddenly, the water explodes and a giant serpent rises from the pool, its forked tongue undulating in anticipation. A half-eaten fish is thrown aside in panic.
Juicy fishes and snakes is... This is definitely a different look. This glade, or this tunnel grotto area, whatever, is really cool looking. So once again, even just with one healer out and Arwen, healing is not an issue. Of course, I am playing on easy mode. Okay, I still don't have Narya. With 11 cards left, I don't have Narya. Got a lot of healing. Got another Gandalf. Well, I'm going to take some damage here in just a little bit. So I will need some healing. Let's see, this is a location-specific event. Remove block from Marsh Adder this round. Oh, this is just for this round, though. Well... He does have Stalwart, so he does get to attack. He's effectively a 4 damage dealer. So let's see what Tom does. Let's see what he... Okay, so the bigger attack guy attacks first. I'm going to have the caregiver take one hit. And I'll have the Outrider take a hit. There's no objectives. He does have 6 hit points. Huh. I can't play another well prepared. I can only have one at a time. That's interesting. So I guess preparation-wise, I'm learning a lot this session. If you have I'm assuming maybe the preparation cards you can't have a second prepared with the same name. We'll see once it activates if my card glows again. So I will have Ewan take this first hit. So defeated the snake, which once again brings her back. Still don't know what he's doing yet. I'll go ahead and use Golem's power, which takes my resource. Alright. New hazard. Upkeep, deal 2 damage to one random hero if Sauron has the most cards in play. Okay. Well, he doesn't. He probably won't, but I can go ahead and take care of this hazard anyway.
A gift I will give you.
Okay, so I canceled an event of his, which would have discarded an attachment. That wouldn't have been a big deal because I had another... I don't know, he probably would have gotten rid of Stalwart, but... Okay, so yes, I was able to prepare once that card was gone. So you can't play 2 of the same prepared card types with the same title. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to use this fate event this round because I don't have all my characters ready to attack the Marshatter. And I think Arwen and Ewan have both used one action.
Do what you will, but I will hinder it if I may.
I do really want to bring the Handmaiden out, but I don't want to get rid of one of my allies. Alright, I guess we'll just kind of go with this.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
I don't know why I'm deliberating so much. This isn't going to be too hard of a quest. So I can heal. We'll get the Outrider healed back up so he can help block. Alright, there's Narya. Alright, so we'll have Tom block the first one. And then we'll go ahead and have the Outrider block the second one. Definitely need to get Gandalf out. We'll go ahead and take the Rider out.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
Draw 3 cards, -3 threat, or deal 3 damage. I don't think we're doing... We definitely are good on card draws. Obviously, threat's the biggest. I mean, I don't want to take damage if I can help it. Alright. So we'll have the healer take this one. And then we'll get Narya on Gandalf. So he'll be staying with us. I guess it would be smart to go ahead. I mean, let's see, I've got 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I've got 9. So I'm going to go ahead and take block off of him this round. That's location specific too, so I want to use it before I go to the next round, or next location.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
So she'll just add to fate in case there's some new fate event. We'll have Arwen.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
Now she's down to 3. We'll have
Do
Eowyn
what you
attack.
will, but I will hinder it if I may.
Alright. The day grows cold as you crawl out of the swamps. Slowly you scale a thorny incline that rises between the bogs below and the base of the tower you glimpsed earlier. You guess it was once a signal tower of old, its pride now crumbled and foul markings covering its stones. Yeah, I guess I want to go ahead and travel. Let's max out the threat. I guess we might as well. Have I used his power yet? I haven't, probably.
Eowyn I am, Eomen's daughter.
All
As
right.
darkness thickens, orange light from orc fires bathe the dilapidated walls of the ruined tower. Your spirits sink as you witness the last prisoners, no longer wrapped in cocoons, marched into the stronghold. Orcs and goblins seem to be everywhere. How will you get to Bilbo? And if you do, how will you get away? You decide to chance entering the tower through a small door in the tower's eastern side. As you quietly approach, the door snaps open and a group of armed orcs emerge. The last of them brandishes a large key with which it proceeds to lock the door. As the door locks with a dull clunk, the orcs make to start their patrol.
Pickpocket the tower key or defeat enemies until you take it by force. Now, how would I pickpocket? Oh, okay. One of the goblins one of the goblins' keys, I think there's a missing word there, jingles from a belt festooned with keys. You might try to steal them. Okay, so I can use my willpower to sneak over and steal them. Restoring health to a character. Alright, let's see what we know what this fate event is. And if I can wound all of these guys, that would actually be beneficial because I can defeat all of them. Grant stealth to every character until they act. I mean, that seems cool. But that means I'll have to build up fate again. Oh, no I don't. Okay, so everybody has stealth, so I don't believe he can attack. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do. So I'll do this power. Yeah, that makes him visible. That's probably not too smart because now he's visible. So I should probably bring in some people that could block. I mean, I guess stealth has always been kind of maybe something I need to work on figuring out, just simply because I don't really see the point of having it, because you do have to act, and then at that point, if everyone has stealth, I guess you get to choose who comes out and when, but I don't know. So next I'm going to get attacked by someone with 2 hit points, or for 2 damage. So it seems smarter to have Arwen do this. Take it. Okay. So she could block again. But it's probably going to be better to spread it out, because because I do have some stuff that heals everybody. So I'll have Ewan block this one. Ah, but I forgot that's going to keep her from untapping. That's okay. We'll play some Limbus and bring her back, because I've got all this extra stuff. Alright, and she's fully healed.
This way.
Now, I'm wondering if her Unexpected Courage will, since it hasn't been activated yet, if it will activate.
But I will hinder
And
it
it does. So that's kind of cool.
This way.
So even if you're exhausted because you blocked, you could still, if you had something to reactivate yourself with someone else, the Unexpected Courage will still trigger. Okay. So he's not going to be able to play anything. I've got to try to at least wound every other character. I mean, basically I'll be able to kill every other character.
And Gandalf means me.
I do not fear either pain or death.
I just can't. I can't. The problem is I have such good healing. I can't let anybody die so that I can bring out new people. We'll go ahead and strike fear. Now, why wasn't this guy? Because he was wounded. Oh, well, maybe he wasn't a minion. I don't know. Okay, so we got some more healing. Oh, okay, there. Okay, so it just triggered. It would have died. It just triggered the healing from my healer. All right, I got the tower key. I will go ahead and apply fate. And I do need to use Golem's power. I'll get some more threat. Let's see if I can beat this in under 32 threat. Ooh, that would have been bad if that had activated. But it's location specific, so... Now we just have that
Sneaking through the tower door, you emerge into a
other
huge
threat.
chamber full of reeking supplies, fallen stones, and intruding vegetation. A number of large chains emerge from openings in the floor along the walls. The chains terminate into an iron box bolted to the far side of the chamber. The box bristles with rusty hooks and mechanical wheels. You glide quietly through the room, keen to avoid attention. You peek into the connecting rooms, hoping for clues as to where the orcs are storing their prisoners. Steps are suddenly heard on the flagstones coming in your direction. After a few moments, a smallish orc enters the chamber to rummage through supplies. The light of its torch happens to catch one of your buckles, causing the orc to glance lazily in your direction. For a second, it seems not to have understood what it's seeing, but then recognition flares in its ugly face.
Alright. With Smeagol's help, try to find out where Bilbo was taken. We got this one is the same. Now we're back on the same ending adventure quest step. I've got a bunch of hazards here. I can apply 1 progress per player to every hazard. Need to do that. So they'll be a lot easier. Although, oh, I don't have my Rovanian Outrider anymore. I can still do a lot of healing with this other Fate event. I should probably do that before, at least get it built up before I leave here. There are no enemies though, so that's kind of interesting. I can use the tower key to resolve a hazard. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. +1 threat every time you play a card. That's probably what I should do. Yeah, because I definitely can't play any cards till then. Okay. So I'll go ahead and have Tom use his power first. Yeah. So at this point, I'm just kind of working on some hazards. I want to get this one next because it'll summon a patrol if I don't, and it reduces threat by 2, which will make it even closer. And if you remember, the main objective here, the mechanism can't be open until I get rid of all the other hazards. So Eowyn should go because she can finish a hazard.
Do what you will, but I will hinder it.
And it'll untap her. Reduces threat. Oh, we got a new hazard. Exhaust one random ally. Okay, every upkeep. I definitely have enough to complete all of these hazards. Let's go ahead and have Arwen.
A gift I will give you.
And it's interesting, so he added another hazard, and the new hazard can actually activate this mechanism effect too, because it's also locked. Okay, so he's given this guy Stalwart. But I think this will be over. I'm going to go ahead and apply Fate. Just so I don't end the game without having done all of the Fate events. Oh, but it reduces my willpower to 1 of every character. Silly, silly, silly person. Okay, well, we'll try to get what we can. I can go ahead and bring... I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Handmaiden just to get the threat even lower. And I can always untap someone with my last Limbo Spread. So this should be still doable, I think. She's going to keep me from losing my cards. Oh, and that completed the quest.
Smeagol has betrayed you. Somehow the villain has triggered the chamber's mechanism, causing one side of the floor to abruptly drop. Your legs slip violently as you flail down the steep angle, fingers desperately grasping for any hold. Amidst the cacophony of sliding rubble, supplies, and orc bodies, you catch sight of Smeagol dangling from one of the chains above.
Goodbye, says masters.
He shrieks.
Baggins and precious. For Smeagol, they are mine.
His shrill voice fades as you slide past the lip of the slanted floor and drop into a rancid darkness. You blink twice before meeting the wet ground with a mucky plop, debris raining down around you. Then a falling barrel lands directly on your head, and everything goes black.
Alright. So we'll see what we got here. Reward-wise. This is the second time I've completed this. Second completion. I got a Smeagol avatar. Dang, I didn't get Strike Fear to defeat 4 orc units, but man, there really just wasn't a way to keep those orcs alive. Because I gave everybody extra melee, all of my guys did 2 damage, so that's alright. We definitely have that quest down. So now we're on We Must Away, the 4th quest in the Shadow's Reach. We'll go ahead and take a look at this quest. We still got a lot of good time here. I'll switch it back to adventure level. Make it a little more challenging. Your pursuit of Bilbo has brought you to a tower hidden deep in Mirkwood. You must be careful not to draw the attention of every foul creature that calls this dark place home. So we'll continue with the Spore Master deck.
You fought your way into the forest of Mirkwood to rescue the famous Bilbo Baggins. After fighting spiders and bears and meeting a strange creature by the name of Smeagol, You arrive at a ruined structure deep in the forest. The old ruin operates as a staging point for mysterious slave caravans managed by a host of orcs. You believe the old hobbit is imprisoned in the tower. You manage to sneak into the structure, but without warning you are betrayed by Smeagol. Triggering an ancient mechanical trap, the contemptible creature drops you into a rancid basement. Knocked unconscious by falling debris, you finally come to your senses.
Last time on Lord of the Rings.
Ulfthak's room is as dark as his mood. He tears into the cold meat, juices gushing down his scarred jaw. Things are afoot the great orc cannot explain. Attacks in the forest, a ravaged patrol, the storage room mysteriously emptied. Ulfthak grunts and angrily throws his empty drinking horn against the wall, where it splinters to join a pile of dry bones and other detritus on the floor. Breathing heavily from climbing the stairs, Ulfthak's mewling steward, Slagged, worms his thin frame into the room. Must the goblin always be clutching one of his parchments?
What do you want, worm?
Ulfthak licks dry the bone, and it joins the drinking horn.
A visitor has come, Ulfthak.
Slagged lisps, and adjusts his cloak nervously.
From Dol Guldur.
Fear is not a common emotion in orcs, and Ulfthak considers himself uncommonly brave. Even so, he cannot halt the tendrils of dread that shoots down his spine.
The mouth of the Cold Ones has come.
You force your bruised body to stand, head throbbing like a dwarven feast. Your garments are soaked and dripping from lying in stagnant water. Now, where has that blighted Smeagol dumped you? The ceiling above must have retreated to its former position. Through a crack in the wall, moonlight paints the dank cellar in a bloom of grey light. Your feet splash as they move, for the nearby swamp has laced its way into the tower's foundations. Stale water and light-starved cattails fill most of the cellar. White tadpoles skitter about in the water, and thin lizards bob their heads on the slimy walls. The far end of the cellar is hidden in shadow. Did the shadow just move? It rolls and ripples before emerging into the moonlight. It's not a shadow at all, but some vast slug. It extends its beer moth head and eye tentacles towards you, snorts a drizzle of fetid saliva, and proceeds to tug its enormous body under itself. It seems to have made up its mind. You are food.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
Eowyn I am, Eomen's daughter.
All right.
Time for a good meal.
So I definitely don't need healing right away. I've got Narya and Gandalf, which is great. Let's go ahead and... Oof. So I don't have any other allies, unfortunately. Gotta defeat the giant slug. Okay, so the giant slug now has some new abilities. He has counter, which I'm assuming, yeah, he deals damage when defending against melee attacks. Great. Restore 1 health when it attacks. Revenge +2 threat. Alright, so we'll have Tom block the first hit. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to take the next hit because I'm going to play for a snare. Even though... I mean, that will take out 3 hit points, 3 belay damage. If I don't play it, I can play Gandalf next round. If I don't play anything, I can play Gandalf and Narya next round. Because as an alternative, I can hit the adder for 2 damage.
Eowyn I am, Eomen's
Okay.
daughter.
We're gonna risk it. So I'm not going to play anything in hopes that I can get Gandalf out at the beginning of next round.
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
Yeah, unfortunately, we also have to take anything that comes out. This may not be good. And if I pass, I can't do anything. He just gets to play everything in his hand. Well, that's the choice we made. Man. Okay. Alright. So I can't play any cards until I get rid of that hazard. But at least I didn't take a lot of extra damage. Eowyn's missing 2, Arwen's missing 2. So we'll heal Eowyn, she's a little bit lower. So we'll have Tom block the first hit, which would be the slug. And then we'll have Gandalf come out.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
What is this card? +1 threat every time I play a card. So what do I want to do? Do I want to do threat? Seems like the smart thing to do. Because dealing 3 damage, I mean... Oh, exhausted him. Jeez. That was the card he prepped. Okay. So he's going to attack me with the bats next. So I think I'm going to have Eowyn block this. Man, if I don't get rid of that hazard, well, I lowered the threat. It's fine. I'm going to block with Eowyn, which will kill the bats. Oh, but bring in new bats. And she can't, of course, she doesn't have ranged. So we'll just have her block. Okay, and we'll bring out Narya. So now I've got another round of having to deal with whatever he plays. Okay, another hazard. Deal 1 damage to a random character every time you play a card. Okay. So the sucky thing is I can't play any more cards until... Man, got another forest snare. Can't play any other cards until I get rid of these hazards, unfortunately. So we'll have Tom block the slug hit. All these guys only do 1 hit point of damage, so that's not too bad. So we'll start by taking out
I am a servant of the secret fire.
I do not fear either pain or death.
taking a lot of damage, but I'm hoping that this will be the worst of it right now. Maybe I'll get the Ravanian Rider out. See what he plays. Because he'll be able to take that hazard out. Deal 1 damage to every ally. Great. So the question is, do I want to keep the forest snare in case he plays something? So I'll have Arwen
A
take this
gift
out.
I will give you.
Okay, he's playing a treachery, so it's probably going to be something that blocks a card I play. Exhaust the giant slug. I could set that up for next round. Yeah. +1 threat to each of your allies, or discard one of your allies. Well, threat's not too bad, although back up to kind of where I was. But at least he's done. So I've got one more card. I might as well not worry about the forest snare. He's not going to play another creature, so I need to get Arwen. Starbridge. Ah, discard a random card. Okay, that's not too bad. Little does he know. I'm gonna pass. Little does he know I still have another force snare. Ha ha ha. Okay. Oh, I get to heal the character first. Ewan for sure. Okay. The record keeper is great because I can draw a card, an extra card, which I'm kind of running a little low. But let's start off by exhausting the slug. So now Tom can just block something else. Okay. And then the rider can take care of the unexhausted snake. Now I just have to worry about whatever he plays. Reduce every ally to 0. Great. So no fate this round. Grant block to every character. I think they mean to say hit this round. Grant block to every character this round. +1 resource to each player for every hero they have in play. +1 to 3 healing. Okay. So Gandalf is not going to be good as anything but attacking. I still need to see what he's going to play. But I'm going to go ahead and bring the record keeper out. Give myself some extra card draws, and he can kind of guard a little bit. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll work on some fate, sorry. Alright, we'll have the record keeper guard this easy hit. Now Ewan's got her extra fate, which I was waiting for. Is that every character? Oh, just every hero. So the question is, do I want extra resources? Or healing? Probably healing. Because I'm never going to be this low, probably the rest of the game. But I don't even know if I can get... Depends on what he plays. So let's go ahead and have... Okay, he passed, so good. I can work on some fate. Wait. Okay, yeah, I gotta get some healing first. Get all my heroes back up, hopefully. Well, not great, but that's something. Grant block to every character, or +1 resources. Well, it's kind of a waste, but I want to kill the guy, the only other guy who can do damage, because Tom could block the slug if all he has is the slug. So I'm not worried about that. Ah, so he did get his threat event. Every enemy is restored to full, but that's great because I haven't hit the slug at all yet. And it also added some bats, I guess. Arwen does kind of need the healing. I'm a little worried about Gandalf, but... Okay, so Tom will block the slug. I did get an extra card draw, but unfortunately it was Narya, another Narya. I'll have the rider block. Now I need my handmaiden to get some healing going. And I can't, unfortunately I have enough attack, I just can't attack anything. Yeah, I guess I'll have the map maker. Okay, so now I just have to deal with whatever he plays. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards, see if there's anything. Okay. Alright, it's got another bird. I might just let him attack whoever. Oh, the map maker's dead. Oops. Well, I didn't pay attention. That's okay. So I can have Arwen use her first action to apply Fate, which will give me more resources. He gave the bird stalwart. That's interesting. So I get some extra resources. Go ahead and lower threat back down. Let's go ahead and get the handmaiden.
Clear as the water of my lady's well.
Lower some threat some more. There's really nothing to forest snare. I can't forest snare the giant slug. I should probably just start attacking this thing. Oof, I forgot he counterattacks. Man. So attacking with these two low levels is really not worth it. Does he do... Okay, 1 damage. This is tough.
Do what you will, but I will hinder it if I may.
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
I'm going to be taking hits like crazy on this stage. Oof, I forgot he adds a threat. I should have taken him out. And he's got stalwart. Okay, I'm going to heal Gandalf there. Okay, got the minstrel coming out. Now it'll be worthwhile to kill these little guys. So we will block the slug. Well, looks like the Outrider is going to take one for the team.
Enemies gather in the east.
I need to get the minstrel out before these guys finish. Maybe I'll go ahead and risk it now. They'll probably kill my handmaiden, but
May I offer a song to ease your troubles?
yeah,
How
that's
may
okay.
I serve?
Because now I can get some healing back in my life. We'll have Arwen use her first action to guard. That's what I thought. Oh, he's got stalwart, so he's still flying. Alright, so no matter what, Eowyn's going to kill something. Okay, so now I can heal. We'll get Gandalf. Well. Yeah, we'll get Eowyn back up. Arwen. Unfortunately won't kill, but she did a good job guarding, serving her purpose. I should have had the healer guard, and then Arwen would have killed her. Oh well. We'll put her on guard. I don't really want her to take much. Cancel the next event that Sauron's plays. Yes! Which would have just been a raise threat, and it didn't cost anything, so that kind of sucks. Alright, well, we can still forest snare anything that comes out. So we'll take out one of these big hitters and heal Gandalf. Even though I think he's going to hit Arwen. No, we hit the healer. Gotta watch that healer. Oh, come on. I have to pass and just watch him play stuff. Damn it. Oh, please don't kill my healer. She's going to.
May
Great.
I offer a song to ease your troubles?
Yeah, this is not going well. I just really can't do a lot of damage in this stage. Even with Gandalf. I probably shouldn't have waited for Gandalf, but... okay. The problem is I can handle what's on the board, I just barely. I just can't do much beyond that. So Gandalf needs to block. He can kill whatever happens. Man. And then Eowyn needs to block. This could all be healing if I was still healed up. And I can't attack anything because all these things are flying. Not good card draws this round. Okay, so I should probably bring Arwen back, because that will heal her. How is it my turn again? Yeah, I gotta keep Gandalf alive. Man. Guess I'm just gonna have to hope he doesn't play a guy. Okay. Alright, well they are whittled down a little bit now, but man, this is not good. Okay, got another minstrel. Whew. Okay, so Tom will take care of that. Ewan needs to block. Oh, I should have brought the healer out. Oh well.
I am your servant.
Man, these flyers driving me crazy. Alright, we'll have Gandalf block because he's the only one that can kill. Even though he'll take a hit, he'll be able to heal it. We'll have Minstrel work on Fate. Rats, of course. Deal 1 damage to a random character, end of round. Restore health. Okay. I think we're gonna have to
Mine is the choice.
I just can't
of
take those
living.
counter hits. Alright. So I'm going to give everybody block this round. Ugh, I should have healed Gandalf. Well, we can give Starbridge to Eowyn. Okay, so Tom's got a block. Everybody's got block. So I should be able to start getting back up on my feet again. Hopefully. Okay, so I'm killing the rats so that I can get some healing. Lots of treachery. I have a feeling my event's going to get canceled if I play it. I don't want to risk it. The problem is I'm just not going to do enough damage. I keep having to use Gandalf for other things. So I'll have her on guard. We'll see what else he's going to play. Deal 2 damage to a random hero. Sauron has the most cards in play. Well, he probably will. So I'll use my first action to get rid of that. Man, I just wish I had something my cards could do. I guess I could prepare Fate. Yeah, I'm really going to be pushing my, and we get a River Troll next round. Oh, he's healing when he attacks. Yes, of course. Okay, I gotta heal. Oh, cancel the next event. Okay, great. Oh, and her Starbridge got it. Just man, he's getting lucky cards. Okay, well, I will. Barely keeping everybody alive. Okay, so Gandalf at this point has to go after the slug.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
Even though he's only going to be able to do it 2 more rounds. This is crazy. This slug is just impossible.
Elrond's daughter. Mine is the choice of Luthien.
Whew, man, the way they beefed up this slub, it's a tough fight. I don't know if my deck is going to handle this, and I'm going to get a troll here this round. 3/5. Nobody can take him. Wow. Well, got a little bit of healing, at least. I'm going to have to force snare this guy. Upkeep, discard the top 3 cards from each player's deck. Okay.
Go back to the abyss.
I just have to get out of this stage.
I am Arwen, Elrond's daughter.
Okay. So I need to apply all the fate I can and hopefully get some great healing in the next stage. Because I certainly can't get crap as far as cards, and he's getting great cards.
Awaits Ulfthag in the tower's main hall. He wears cold-hammered black armor, and a black cowl shadows his features except for the unnatural glint in his grey eyes. Ulfthag purposefully strides into the hall to stand before the imposing figure. Damned if he'll show the fear he feels. The mouth of Dol Guldur is not fooled. It smiles cruelly.
Ah, you have message from Cold Ones?
Ulfthag snarls, discomforted by the unnatural chill emanating from Dol Guldur's favored messenger.
I've ridden without halt, so I shall be precise.
The voice is like frozen stone.
I'm to inform you that the masters need the promised slaves with haste. The last batch expired faster than anticipated.
New prisoners, all here, mouth.
Ulfthag grunts.
My warriors, provision first. Leave for Black Hill next dark.
At that moment, the tower rumbles and jolts, as if a great fist had struck its foundations.
The enormous slug falls and the walls tremble, sousing the air with an avalanche of grime. Behind a patch of bogland ivy, you discover a narrow staircase and commence to climb the moldy steps at once. While ascending, a clamor can be heard in the tower above, harsh yells, clanging of doors, and the bellows of a great orc. How will you ever get out? The stairs emerge into a derelict alcove, overgrown with cobwebs and moss. It faces a great room, finely decorated of old, but now ruined and forgotten. As the racket of the enemy grows closer, you've no doubt that he'll soon be upon you. Speed may be your only hope. You rush towards a set of oaken doors on the far wall, when disaster strikes. As you emerge from the alcove, a troop of orcs slog into the room. They roar in excitement and draw their weapons as more enemies arrive. You
Later,
are
Joe.
surrounded.
Alright. Survive for 4 rounds as you fight your way across the hall to the far door. Because fighting is what I want to do right now. Gotta get Arwen up there. Oof. Somebody's giving these guys +1. Okay, the Taskmaster. Apply 1 progress to intruders in the tower. Obviously need to do that. Tom's got to block. Wow. I'm kind of stuck. I'm going to have to kill somebody. Well, maybe not. Let's see who he attacks with. If he attacks with the biggest guy, which he did, okay, so now nothing's guarded. So I can kill the guy who would kill someone. That heals. Who do I think he's going to attack? Well, I think he's not going to attack whoever I heal. Let's get Gandalf up there. There's really nobody else that can take him out like he can. Now Arwen's down to nothing. So we'll lower threat based on any cards he plays.
There's no way out, you dunghill rot.
Summon one Eastbite Patrol and one Ranging Goblin. Is that when I kill him as revenge? So maybe I should not kill him this round.
You can't escape.
Okay. So I definitely need to work on the Taskmaster. He's giving these guys too much damage.
Do what you will, but I will hinder it if I may.
God damn. Well, now at this point, somebody's gonna die. Unfortunately. I should have attacked with Arwen first, but... well, that's what happens.
Mine is the choice of Luthien.
I think Arwen's dying.
I am
Yeah, that's bad.
Elrond's daughter.
There's literally nothing I can do. So, I couldn't figure out exactly if this is a revenge ability. That might have... I don't know. It was odd. I think I just got too much. I can't cover all this myself. Especially because Tom's really not helping. He's just kind of there. So Gandalf has got to block next. He's... he can take one hit and he can kill. Okay, so now that heals. So I need to have Ewan heal. Now Ewan should block because she can kill anything that attacks, and that'll heal again. And now the healer should heal. Although I think she's still gonna die. Well, okay, I think I can do this. If I play the healer, he heals somebody too. It's gotta be Ewan.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Oh, exhausted, of course. So he kills Gandalf. Oh, I should have had her block anyway. Yeah. This is over.
You can't escape.
Well, the good thing is that we learned that this quest is going to be a little bit harder. I was trying to kind of mess around and get a big Gandalf combo at the beginning, and so I basically didn't bring anything out, and I think that I just got behind on tempo, and that worm was just too much without Without the healing ability, it was just too much. Wow. Caused a lot of threat events to just happen. I have no cards. Man, terrible card draws. He had amazing card draws. So we'll just go ahead and help him out here a little bit.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Wow, haven't lost in a while. Especially with this deck. I don't know that I've really lost maybe once. So, kind of a crazy session.
Toby's favorite pipe.
No. Alright. So unfortunately, I did not even get past... Really, I was pretty much on failing grounds when I went past the first stage. When I finished the first stage. So definitely that first stage is going to set the tempo for the rest of the game pretty quickly. And it may just be a quest that my Spore Master deck is kind of not really geared for. I don't really have a lot of heavy hitters. I was lucky to get Gandalf out to hit that worm, but unless I have some healing set up, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage just trying to whittle that worm down. It's unfortunate I don't get some kind of big hero from a previous quest as a reward to help out. So, well, that quest has definitely been retuned because that slug was not that hard the first time. But next time we'll be playing that again, trying that one more time, and then playing the fifth quest, hopefully beating the fourth quest and beating the fifth quest, and we'll be done with Shadow's Reach campaign replay. Definitely some cool changes, some tough changes, some challenging changes. But we'll see if I can get past it with the Spore Master deck eventually. And I don't want to wait too long because every time that stupid worm attacks, it heals also. So it basically negates what little damage I can possibly do. Even if I use Tom to block the hit, he's still healing all that time. So that's kind of a crazy ability too. So he should have to do damage, I think, right? I mean, if he's sucking the energy out of an enemy. Anyway, that was the end of that quest. Tough one. We'll see if we can get the momentum going back again next time. But I do have some news. I will be gone next week on vacation, so I won't be streaming next week at all. I know I've been kind of moving streams around, and now I'm canceling. It's kind of an odd schedule, but I promise I will be back and kind of on a normal schedule from that point on. I don't have any crazy things going on schedule-wise in July at all, so definitely should be pretty normal for a while. Otherwise, I'll see you guys. So I won't see you this weekend on Table Flipping Games. I'll be out for a couple weeks on that, 2 Saturdays in a row. But then we'll be back after that, and I'll be back 2 weeks from tonight with more solo gaming. Thanks a lot for tuning in. See you later.